Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is Suzanne at God Crochet and Chatter. These days I'm not doing much crochet. I got my knitting machines and I've been having a lot of fun making hats. I plan to make some scrunchies. I want to welcome our new subscribers. You're very welcome here. I hope you find a home here. We do devotionals on Tuesday and Thursdays, and on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, we are doing a verse-by-verse study in Revelation. We will be on verse 16 tomorrow. So you might want to, if you're interested in that, please join us in that study. All right, let's get to our devotional. He leads me beside quiet waters, Psalms 23:2. He leads me beside quiet waters. Why do you think that is? Is it worthwhile, this ceaseless chase by which so many are effective? Does it pay? After all, why this exciting place which has all too truly become a part of our national program? After all, why this exciting pace which has all too truly become part of our national program? Must the sons of men be forever driven like so many beasts of prey? Is there no escape from the feverish haste which persists in manifesting itself in all walks of life? People become so busy sometimes they forget to live. They forget to slow down. Is it possible for a Christian to make his active life restful? He may carry the atmosphere of the closet into the street. The shepherd promises to lead him beside still waters, and those are the deepest waters. This feverish, hurried life which too many of us lead is not in God's economy. Depend upon it. If we live this way, it is because we push on before the shepherd instead of letting him lead us beside still waters. If we were more docile, we should be more restful. Only when the soul is brimful of the life of faith does it work in rest. Not until we shall have let our life drop back behind God to follow at the rate which he prescribes shall we learn what the word means, that will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee. Now, that's an important, powerful little verse. That will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind stays on thee. If our mind stays on Jesus, on God, we study the scriptures, we listen to devotionals. When troubled times come, we have the strength of the scriptures to draw upon to give us that perfect peace. And we're not anxious, we're not angry, we're not frustrated as much. And we need to sometimes just sit back and be still and rest. Our little restless earth and our little breathless lives will take on dignity and deeper worth if we catch step with the rhythmic movement of the quiet stars. Most strong men know times of silence. Abraham, alone with God, was made the father of a nation. Moses, in the quietness and stillness of the desert, received God's message at the burning bush. Most of their training was in the school of silence. It takes time to be spiritual. It just doesn't happen. In the deep jungles of Africa, a traveler was making a long trek. Men had been engaged from a tribe to carry the loads. The first day they marched rapidly and went far. The traveler had high hopes of a speedy journey. But the second morning, these jungle tribesmen refused to move. For some strange reason, they just sat and rested. On inquiry as to the reason for this strange behavior, the traveler was informed that they had gone too fast the first day, that they were now waiting for their souls to catch up with their bodies. This whirling, rushing life, which so many of us live, does for us what the first march did for those poor jungle tribesmen. The difference, they knew what they needed to restore life's balance. Too often we do not. Jesus calls us over the turmoil of our life's wild, restless sea. I like that when they said that they were now waiting for their souls to catch up with their body. I think sometimes you rush and rush and rush and rush and rush, and you get tired, you get exhausted, and sometimes you have to get that balance. You're doing too many things. You're going in too many directions. You're worried about everything. You're anxious. You don't know how you're going to pay the bills. Where's the next meal coming from? The prices are rising. We need to be still. God said he would never leave us or forsake us. He would give us the strength we need. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, let your requests be known unto God. God will give you that peace. God wants you to have peace in this life. He don't want you to be anxious and biting your nails. We got to put our trust in Him, even through hard times. And sometimes that's difficult, but sometimes we may have to sit and rest for a long time before things start getting better. We want things now. We want it quick. We don't want to wait. We get hurried. And I know in my own experience, I've been dealing with my shoulder pain, my knee pain, the pain in my back, my diverticulitis, many issues, as you well know. And today I did go to the pain clinic, met my new doctor, great doctor. He said, you know what, we're just going to start from scratch with you. I told him what went on at my other pain clinic and what I've been through, and he says, well, we got to get an MRI of your neck and back, which is going to be done on April 6th. My colonoscopy is like on the 10th or 13th. And he gave me gabapentin. I take that 3 times a day, and he put me back on methadone. He said the gabapentin will help with the nerve pain because last night I couldn't sleep because my leg was numb and it was tingly. And so he said the gabapentin should help calm that down. I am feeling some better today. Right when I got home, I took that medicine right away. And I feel refreshed today. I feel like I've calmed my spirit and I've re-centered myself, because I was getting really down, laying in bed all the time, trying to find a place to be comfortable, all these pain issues. And I just had to give it to the Lord and say, Lord, please direct me in the way I need to go. Please help me get through this with dignity and grace, and show me the way. And I need to be still and wait on God. In God's timing, everything will be known. Everything will happen. I just have to be patient. We all have to be patient and wait. We want, in this world of everything, we can have an instant anything. Amazon, overnight delivery, microwaves, crock pots. I remember my mom, she'd get on her hands and knees on the floor and wax these floors and, wash them and wax them. The laundry was hung out on a clothespin. That cooking with a cast iron skillet, no microwaves, none of that stuff, no crock pots. And, but that's what they had at that time. And you don't know what you don't know. And I'm sure by the time I pass on in years to come, if the Lord doesn't come before then, I would be amazed at how they do things in the future with all the technology and stuff. But getting back to be still. He leads me beside quiet waters. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And we should not want for anything. And if you need help, call out for help. Call on your friends. Call on your family. Don't feel guilty if you're hurting and pain and you need help. Some of us feel guilty, or we don't want to bother anybody. Well, part of our healing can come through the comforting and encouragement of other people. My daughter calls on me often and checks on me. Mom, how are you feeling? How are you doing? Mom, I got a bag packed in case something serious happens and I have to rush to the hospital. And in my mind, that's a great comfort, because I know that I have somebody that has my back, and my husband has been truly wonderful. So I just have to keep my mind stayed on Christ. If we keep our mind on Christ and we remember scriptures, lessons we've been taught, and sermons we've heard, and we get all that collective knowledge, we have to put that knowledge to use. We have to get wisdom, get understanding, and your life will go a lot better. All this rushing around, I have to be here, I have to be there. And I know, there are people that have kids and they have to run back and forth to school or daycare or whatever. They're holding down jobs, and it's got to be very, very difficult these days for young people, and I understand that. But if we just section things off, make a plan, work the plan, things will go a lot better. So that's it for the devotional day. He leads me beside quiet waters, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I am working on a hat on my machine. I haven't touched it in 2 or 3 days because I just have not been feeling well, but I started a hat. Looking good so far. After I get this hat done, I think I'm going to make some scrunchies. I found a tutorial on how to make scrunchies. It's so silly and easy, and I know young girls like those too. I will be having a giveaway in April. I'm not sure of the date yet. I've got to, put my stuff together, and but we will be having another giveaway in April. So you want to check back. If you're listening and you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you like the content that I've talked about today, and you want to check out some of my other videos and maybe think about subscribing, that would be great. The rest of you, if you would hit that like button, it only takes a second to do that, and that shows me that you're out there, you're listening. I know a lot of you are in the background, and some of you are catching up, which is fine. They're always going to be there. So I appreciate those of you that are catching up, and you make those wonderful comments, and encourages me to want to press on and bring God's word to you even more, and encourage you as much as you can encourage me. All right, everyone, you take care. You have a blessed day in the Lord. Lord willing, I'll be back tomorrow with our next lesson in Revelation. Take care now. Bye-bye.